All right, this is discovered media, and this is secretly climbing the real Mount Sinai. This is actually muscle tissue. Look at this carefully. You see all this stuff? I just showed you the muscle tissue. Rocks don't grow like that. They just don't do that. You see all of this? Look at this carefully. Take a minute to think about this. Don't get crazy now. Let's get that off. Look at this. Look at boom, 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 boom. What is all that? That is exactly what I just showed you with all those fibers going every different way. And then they go into the black area. Okay, inside of a heart you have the vein blood and you have the artery blood. So you have black and you have red. And it's all driven by a gazillion times infinity fibers to do this all day long, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week until you die. Now, look at this. This is exactly what you see on Mount Sinai, and it's red and black. Now this shows what the heart muscle looks like. It's very, very, it's always continuously moving. There's a lot of little breaks and cuts in it, and exactly what you see at Mount Sinai. Okay, now he's talking about, this is more of that fibrous muscle tissue. And it all is the same sort of stuff. Now, this is where the 70 elders apparently met with God.
70+ people could have sat and ate with God. Remember, Moses went up there with the elders of Israel. And right in front of me is the Black Peak.
The Black Peak. Now, don't forget, we have red blood and we have black blood.
Summit that today. It is April 30th, 2016, and we are in Saudi Arabia, climbing up Mount Sinai on a Sabbath day. So it's been a great day so far, and yeah, we'll talk to you guys from the summit.
Black.
Okay,
that is the black blood.
This
is the black blood. This is the red blood. This is right. This is a heart. It's a heart. Okay, here we are looking down from the black side of the vein side of the blood down to where we have muscle tissue. And you can see this is not, look at what you're looking at there. That is not just erosion and, it is what it is. And why would God have to meet him up here in this particular place? This is the heart of something. But you could see all of this. Look at the tissue layers. I understand this stuff extremely well, and I think you probably do too by now if you've been following Mudfossil University. Look at all that stuff. This is muscle tissue. Blood pumping through some absolutely horrendously gigantic creature. And I don't know who it was or what it was, but whoops. I went way back. Hold on. All right, it couldn't be any clearer than that. This is the muscle fibers. You remember, they ran all kinds of different ways. That allows it to do what it does all the time. This is the black, this is the blood. Now, when it's exposed to the oxygen, it turns blacker. Inside these rocks will be a more pinker blood here and there, and he does state this. Watch, listen.
Again on Mount Sinai here at the summit, and here's a blackened boulder.
Now you can see there's a little red. You can see a little red here and there. As it gets toward, well, here, let me show you something. I have one right here. Hold on. Oh, here we go. Now, this actually is a lung. And this is the red part of the lung. Inside, you see the black? You see that black? That is the blood that is from the vein side. And then there's a red blood that is the oxygenated blood. But this is the black blood. You see that? Totally different than oxygenated blood. See the difference? Now, that's what he's showing here, and as you break through a piece, you get into this. You see, it's... Alright, so that's exactly what he's going to do, watch. He takes a piece out.
And we're just looking at it, and if you pull off this piece,
See?
inside's a different color. That's kind of pinkish.
Pinkish because it's red.
But the outside's black.
All right, you just saw what you saw. I don't have to go too much further with that. And you can see that this is basically identical to what I was talking about before with that muscle fibers. I'll show you that one more time, and then I guess I'll let it go with that. But this is Mount Sinai. This is a pretty important place, and it is, I'm telling you right now, it's a heart. Now, what the creature was here, I'm not sure. I'm going to have to do a little more investigation, but I can tell you this is one gigantic heart here. Now you see that? That's what you see inside of a heart. These are the muscle fiber bundles. And exactly what you were seeing behind him. You don't see that every day in patterns of rocks. And you would never see this in the normal sized rocks. You just never see that. They would just blend in and look like a surface. But in that heart being the size of what Mount Sinai is, they show up as fibers, and they're still kind of small. There's so many fibers in here, it's unbelievable. It really is. It's incredible how intricate the heart is as far as the muscle fiber goes. Absolutely amazing. All right, so let's just cut to the chase. We came from somewhere, and we're going somewhere as far as I'm concerned. If we're here now, we had to have come from somewhere to be here. I was born as a normal birth like anybody else, but what makes me who I am? And was I just all of a sudden a new entity in the universe? Or was this new creature, me, embedded with like a download of some other previous creature? And you forget basically everything and you sort of start over again, but maybe your intelligence level is a little lifted or something, as your senses are a little enhanced, or whatever happens to you as you go through your cycles of existence. And right now I believe they are cycles of existence leading to some higher understanding. Let's go with that. I don't know how to explain it, and I'm not saying I'm smart, but I think I am getting a higher understanding of what I am looking at. I'm no genius. I just go a little more deep than most people do. And I don't accept somebody's opinion of what I should accept unless I accept it. I'm not going to just take it because I have to say that or I'll lose my job. That's the nice thing about not having a job. I don't really need to account to anybody. And almost everybody does. Don't think anybody is immune to this. And if I wanted to have friends and I wanted my family to accept me and all that stuff, I'd have to bow down to everybody else's thing. But I'm more important to me is understanding reality. So I'm going to go with reality. And at this point, as far as I'm concerned, I'm seeing we have a God, and He is, and there's lots of gods, apparently. And He said, our God said, I am your God. Don't you go messing around with any of your gods, or you're done. And there's a couple other things about the Sabbath, the seventh day, and so forth that I still don't have any observance of anything, really. I am trying to understand, and, I probably should do the things that what I'm going to consider as my God at this point, whose son I believe is Jesus. And I am going to try to do those things as best I can. Well, I'm going to try to do as much as I can. Let me put it that way. I know I could do more. Everybody can do more. And you just have to come to an understanding of that you think you've done what God would want you to do. That's what I'm going to do. I don't know. Everybody got to take their own path. Anyway, I'm getting a little too deep, I believe. So out of the water I come. All right, I love you all, and I'm very interested in seeing how this plays out, because there is so much to consider now that has never been considered before, and it's all in the face of mud fossils. It's all in that light. And if you don't take it under that condition, under that light, you are in total darkness. All right? And they did talk about the sons of light. And the Essenes appear to have some very, very good knowledge. And they've been doing some real good research into how they were basically wiped out. And the Dead Sea Scrolls, the Nag Hammadi texts, all that stuff. And I have a lot more to talk about that too. I have some very good information about where those scrolls were found and what, well, anyway, there's a lot more to discuss at a later date. I love you. God bless you.